Hey everybody, we're going to talk about catnip today. It does a lot. So it promotes relaxation, deep sleep, soothing upset stomachs, it eases menstrual cramps, it's got a lot of antioxidants, so it supports digestive health and even reduces anxiety. Come on over and learn all about it. Hello, hello everybody. I'm Rachel with the Herbalist Garden, and I am an herbalist. I'm not a doctor. That's the way it is. There's my disclaimer, and my other disclaimer is important. As I always say, do your own research. It is so vitally important because I can't explain everything to you that there is to know about each herb in a short stint of like 30 to 45 minutes. I just can't. There's so much. I mean, there's astrology tied into it. There is like constitution tied into it, like with the Ayurvedic stuff. And there's just so much. I can't give you everything. I'd like to. That'd be fun because, in depth talk and like mental intelligence is, I really enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's like my thing. And that sounds really weird, but it is true regardless. So, we're going to talk about catnip. Who here likes the kitties? I do. Actually, I like all animals, except for the ones that try to come after mine. When it's only individuals, not the animals itself. Anyway, long stories there. Um, Catnip. Nepeta cataria. That is the Latin word for catnip. It's also known as catmint, cat's wort. There's a couple other names that I actually found, but those were the cool ones. And also, my notes are over here on the screen so that my squirrel brain stays over where it belongs, not right here on this video. So it's a flowering perennial, and although people usually use it as a cat treat, to make their cats go insane or sedated, it actually is really good for us, and it does not make us go wild or crazy or kooky. It does not like intoxicate us. It does, however, sedate us, or it can, to a point. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. So, who has used it on their cats? We use it on ours, especially this winter. We have like really been dosing them because they're bored out of their minds because they want to go outside, and yet they look outside for 2 seconds and they're like, nope, and run the other way. And so they're just in all the time. Actually, my Lionel did go outside today. He did go outside this morning when I left the house for work. So yay on him. Maybe he won't beat up his sisters anymore. But anyways, catnip offers extensive health benefits for humans as well. So it is antibacterial. It is antioxidant. The antis. It pretty much covers the whole gambit. It's also analgesic. And all this, let's see. I gotta find where I was on my paper. Its native countries are like Europe, parts of Asia, including China. And obviously we have it here. I did not grasp from what I read that it's native to here, but it is here everywhere now. And okay with me, I'm very happy with it. I like it. But it's potent due to its certain terpenoid called Nepetalactin. Nepetalactin. Um, so there's other chemical constituents, of course, and nutrients that are also helpful. So it's rich in the antioxidants of flavonoids and phenolic acids. Like there's caffeic acid, there's rosmarinic acid, there's turmeric acid, and all those are antioxidants. Um, Studies show that acid, specifically, which is in a lot of herbs, is stronger. Let me remember that it has stronger antioxidant effects than even vitamin E, straight up vitamin E, because that means it probably has it in it too. Antioxidants prevent cell damage that we know caused by free radicals and reduce the risk of cancer and atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis. I can say the word. Anyway, rosmarinic acid is used to treat stomach ulcers and asthma. And guess what? It's also in rosemary. It's also in. Go look it up because it's really kind of cool. And you're going to start, if you are doing your own research, you're also going to see how the web just goes and it all works. And it works different ways in different bodies. And so, Joe Schmo can have rosemary, but Anna Banana cannot because, she has a drier constitution than he does. And it might mess with her pH or her moisture levels, for lack of a better word of saying it. I know there's another word, but anyways, where it will benefit him but not benefit her. So guess what? There's other herbs that each of them can use because they all have interconnecting uses. Okay, not all of them. We're not going to give people datura. Although apparently there is a benefit to that as well in the proper dosage, which I would not even venture to experiment with. Because I kind of like being in this world. Okay, not this world. I kind of like the growth associated with being alive. I don't know how else you say it. Anyway, chemistry of catnip. We're going to go into a little bit more. So, the majority of the chemistry in catnip is composed of a group of substances. I don't know why words aren't working. I am in the middle of lunch, but still. Group of substances called terpenoids, which often are associated with strong scents and are found in a wide variety of plants. Nepetalactin, bicyclic monoterpene, that is responsible for the bulk of catnip distinctive properties, is the most important terpenoid in catnip. Nepetalactin is a volatile substance, meaning it evaporates quickly. That's all that means, making it easier for cats' olfactory receptors to detect. Nepetalactin structurally consists of two rings that are linked and to which I'm reading the number and to which different functional groups are bonded. Its capacity to interact with certain receptors in the body is significantly influenced by the functional groups in the molecule spatial arrangement. Other terpenoids, flavonoids, and tannins can be found in catnip, and they're all present in considerably lower concentrations. Now, all those things do things. I know we gotta get sciencey here because I like science, and there are plenty of people who do. And if you do not, guess what? You can do a little fast forward to the next part. I wish I knew how to bookmark these parts. I apologize. I don't know how yet. If you want to help, you can tell me. Although the precise physiological processes of which catnip functions in humans are not fully understood, we can draw some conclusions from the recognized health benefits of this herb. The hypnotic and relaxing properties of catnip suggests a possible connection with the nervous system. Some have suggested that, like other sedative plants, nipotilactin and other catnip components may affect neurotransmitter levels or receptor activation, like it interacts with the GABA receptors and increases neurotransmitters inhibitory effects, which therefore encourage rest and sleep. That's all that means. It's not like they use big words to say little things. I mean, it's not little, it's important stuff. But all they could have said was, it helps you sleep. There's cytokines, which are pro inflammatory chemicals, because we don't want inflammation, chronic inflammation. We don't mind inflammation if we're in the process of a healing of something specific in our bodies, and it's short lived because once the healings happens, then the inflammation goes away, right? Um, but no, chronic inflammation will give you cancer in a heartbeat. It will give you autoimmune diseases. It will give you a full gambit of disaster in your body. So, attention. Stress relief. Researchers J.S. Caulfield and H.J. Forbes have suggested that catnip can provide stress relief and reduce chronic anxiety when eaten. Would you eat it? I'll drink some infused water. Anyways, consumed in the area of juice or tea, okay, or smoked as an herb, you can smoke catnip. It just personally I have not, but not toast. This can also help reduce the secondary symptoms of chronic stress and strengthen your immune system. In animal studies, catnip reduces anxiety. That's kind of why we give our cats that, and just to see them be super cute. While there isn't enough research to determine if this is the case in human, the nepetalactin in catnip may reduce nervousness, anxiousness, and restlessness. Um, I'm sorry. They have to do the maze and the could be and potentials and all that kind of crap, but it's what it does because I have used it in tea form on myself. I have actually even, um, so my one cat had a botfly in her nose. I've told this story before. I don't remember which video it was, but she might have been in the echinacea video. Anyways, she had a botfly in her nose. And echinacea is an anthelmintic, which means it removes worms. Is the actual translation of it. So we made a catnip tea and put echinacea in it because it's safe for cats too. And made the tea and then cooled it because she loves ice cubes too. Loves ice cubes. This cat likes cold anything. Anyway, she drank it, and within an hour, she ended up sneezing out that botfly. It was so gross. So gross. My daughter got a napkin and picked it up and fed it to the chickens. Interesting stuff in a homestead. Anyways, so it eases our everyday stress and intention. So, catnip's tea has a relaxing Okay, so how we could use it. Example: long day, right? You can have it midday or evening as a stress soother. Um, it settles the nervous buzz that shows up as like tight shoulders, clenched jaw, racing thoughts, stuff like that. If you take a few deep belly breaths while your tea steeps, you do blue light for like no more than 60 minutes before bed, short walk after dinner. While some people notice, have your tea, have your catnip smoke. I don't care, but tea, because that's the one that everybody will agree with. Um, Go have some tea while you're doing all this stuff. Just relax. like consciously relax. It is a form of meditation. You don't have to have the music going and everything like that. You can just consciously say, I'm going to unclench my jaw, I'm going to relax my shoulders, and I'm just going to sit and drink my tea and tell everybody peace out for like 10, 20 minutes, right? So keep it simple. Tea, unwind, that's your routine. Get the most out of it. It's also a sleep aid. Actually, I recommended this to a friend this morning who's been having a hard time sleeping. I need to recommend it to myself. I got just racing thoughts. My issue is my own issues, not yours. Anyway, it's been used in people suffering with insomnia and restlessness to hundreds. They've given it to hundreds of people, recommended it to. It's been traditional for centuries. Um, its sedative properties help slow the body's natural cycles and induce a calm, relaxed state. Many people choose to drink a cup of catnip tea before bed to ensure a refreshing sleep. Catnip may help reduce the body relax relax the body before bed and promote rest. Its calming properties come from its nipitalactin acid compounds. Also, that's one of the reasons that cats are interested in it. So maybe if you have a kitty and you're really close to the kitty, give them some of your tea. Make sure it's chilled, not like hot. We don't want to burn our kitties. Anyways, eating, drinking, smoking catnip provides stress relief and reduces anxiety. It also strengthens your immune system, giving it more power to fight diseases. It's also beneficial for the kidneys. Um, that's another story I won't need. It's a diuretic. So, um, diuretic just means it helps frequent urination so that it can detox the body, right? A cup of tea would promote urination, quickly eliminating waste from the body. Your kidneys will be cleaned, reducing the risk of kidney disease. And if you have a weak kidney, you can use catnip to recover quickly from such conditions. So it will benefit the kidneys. Um, it can also be used as a cold remedy, pain reliever. It can treat hives. Um, it is really, really good for aches and cough. It also is good for digestive issues. The book, A New Healing Herb, The Essential Guide to More Than 130 Nature's Most Potent Herbal Remedies by a San Francisco journalist, Michael Castleman, shows that it's antispasmodic. It is particularly effective at clearing digestive issues, including constipation, excess flatulence, cramping, and bloating. The relaxing and anti-inflammatory effects of organic compounds in it can ease the knots and inflammation in gastrointestinal system and relieve tightness and discomfort. We all want to be comfortable. Historically, catnip has been used for like diarrhea, gas, stomach cramps. So it actually will decrease or relieve completely intestinal muscle spasms. Drink catnip to soothe the digestive system. Some people, like, they'll go out. It used to be an after dinner tea. It has traditionally been used as an after dinner tea because it will, and often dinner. I want to make sure what I'm going to say is accurate. It may not be, but what I have noticed and observed of habits in the past, not necessarily traditionally like American, European. It's just like anywhere. It was used as an after dinner tea because they ate dinner really late, and then guess what? It was almost time for bed. So because they maximize their sunlight to stay outside. Anyways, they come in, they eat, and they wouldn't necessarily always eat healthy because you can't always eat healthy, especially for the winter. You can eat healthy now, but it wasn't then because they didn't. I mean, they can things, I guess, but they didn't have access to everything we have now. Like, I remember my mom, she's always telling me, she's like, there was no such thing as a kiwi in the stores growing up. She's like, I didn't even know what a kiwi was or what it looked like until like I was young when they started importing all things from other countries. Anyways, it's cool stuff now. They did not have access to it then. I mean, they didn't even have access to oranges all the time. That's that narrative is in many, many, many um, period piece movies and books. And anyways, there's a lot. Um, so because it's also caffeine free, it won't stimulate your system the way green or black tea can, which is helpful at night. We don't want that to happen. So there is a study talked about how it can relieve colic in babies, but there's like so many other websites and articles that say do not give it to babies. It can make them throw up. Few studies have examined the safety of catnip in infants because catnip is a sedative and can cause vomiting in older children. Like if you, it's just if you have too much, not if you're just going to have it. I think they said up to 3 cups a day. We'll talk about dosage later. Due to the overconsumption of contaminated foods and a number of people with, I mean, it's only very much. Um, the number of people with stomach issues in this world, especially like the ones who have ulcers. I mean, just don't eat junk food. Don't eat processed food. That is the bottom line. Um, it makes me sick to my stomach. I don't want to do it. Sometimes you're desperate. Because as I said, I'm not a purist. Sometimes you're desperate. Hungry and you're on the road. You just want to eat. Consuming catnip helps to improve the secretion of gastric juices, making the digestive system much better. It helps it work better. The herb can also be used to ease acid attacks. So that's helpful. Um, a lot of the same stuff. They suggest you can either drink warm catnip tea with ginger. That's helpful. Alternatively you can put in 3 to 4 drops of essential oil on a napkin and sniff it. That's helpful too because it's aromatic, right? It helps with menstrual cramps in women. It's a headache reliever. Like so, if you rub the essential oil onto the affected area, like forehead, your temples. I guess you could rub it over here. That would be helpful. Drinking the tea, applying a catnip salve maybe to the temples. It will help a lot. It eases cramps and fever. It will actually help reduce a fever. It will induce sweating, is what it will do. And then of course, they try to say that it helps with weight loss because of like the detox and stuff like that. In the long run, yes, it will. It will speed up healing because it has antibiotic, antimicrobial, antioxidant. It has all these things that will also speed up healing in wounds. Anti-inflammatory, huge big deal. It relieves skin irritations. It's also a bug repellent. That's huge. Makes me think more because I make bug spray. I have thoughts. Applying salves and extracts to irritated or broken skin can speed up healing and reduce inflammation quickly. People suffering from liver or kidney disorders, be careful if you're consuming the tea. Do not overdo it. Try to say that, or they are saying that, um, don't use it if you're pregnant specifically because it can induce labor. Um, it is generally considered non-allergenic and harmless. So it's been used for nervous disorders, cough, asthma, gas, diarrhea. It's a natural bug repellent. It is really good for hair. So if you apply a small amount to your hair and your scalp, um, it's got antiseptic properties. There's we go with the antis again. You can soak your hair in a catnip tea infusion, and it will make it soft and conditioned. So yeah, maybe I'll try that. I don't know. I'll let you know if I do. So there's no clinical evidence to guide catnip dosage. There are suggestions from experience. Traditional sedation doses require 4 grams of dried herb, usually given as a tea. 15% lotion of the essential oil can be used as an insect repellent. So those are very vague. The ideal catnip dose varies based on user's age, health, and intended usage. You can do 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried catnip per cup of boiling water, 10 to 15 minute steeping. A common dosage for a tincture, maybe 1 to 4 milliliters per day. I would err on the side of caution and go on the 1 because, you always start small. And if you have nothing, then you can move up. We start small. We believe in moderation when it comes to herbs. So the risks are drowsiness. Duh, if you're trying to go to sleep. And you can, if you really want to go sleep, try catnip, hops, kava, sometimes it's called, valerian. You can do St. John's wort, but be careful of the interactions with St. John's wort. Be careful with the interactions on all of them. Do your research, but don't drive. Don't operate heavy machinery. It's a sedative. It can upset your stomach. It can induce vomiting if you drink too much of it or if you're allergic to it. It's got the diuretic effect, so it will, what's the word? It will eliminate, how do they word it here? Like specifically for lithium, people on lithium, it affects how your body gets rid of the lithium and result in too much of the drug staying in your body or too little being in your body based on the diuretic effects. It also can help with morning sickness. I don't think I'm going to keep that to myself because you guys can do your own research. It can worsen PID. So if you know what that is, be careful. Medication interactions, anticonvulsants, barbiturates. This word I can't pronounce. Benzodiazepines. That's what it is. Tricyclic antidepressants, over-the-counter cough and cold medications that contain diphenhydramine and doxylamine, insomnia drugs. Those are things. You can take it in dried leaf flower form, tinctures, extracts, powders, essential oils. There's a lot that you can do with it. It's not something you have to be overly concerned about. Basically, I have all the links that I have gleaned my information from in the description below. Thank you guys for learning with me today. I've been wanting to do catnip for a while, but then I forgot about it. And then I remembered. And I put a poll on the Herbalist Garden on Facebook, and that was what we guys chose. Catnip. Thank you. I appreciate the assistance in making decisions. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for learning with me.